What's up, guys? Welcome to the You versus You podcast. You have me, Bailey. This is my guest
I'm the
in my
host,
house.
Lucas, with my guest, Bailey.
Today we got something different. Today we have a monthly recap. We've done one of these before. What happened to that episode, Lucas?
Bailey messed it up.
Yeah, I
Bailey,
did.
Bailey lost the audio.
Yeah. Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, Bailey messed it up.
Um,
He put it in his pocket and then he forgot like what jeans and then
yeah. I actually did do that with one of my cards recently, but couldn't find it. Anyway, today we're doing what are we doing today, Luke?
we are doing a monthly recap. You already said it.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
My bad, G. My bad, G. I'm just a real at.
Sorry, we haven't filmed in like a
I
month.
can't, we're not cussing on these, right?
No, we're not.
All right.
That's a negative.
So monthly recap. Last time we did this, dang. Oh, so that was like when we first started. How long ago was that?
October.
Okay, so like it's like 2 months ago. It's December of 2020 now. 1 month until the end of 2020 of this beautiful year. Amazing year. So now we're talking about the month of November.
Recap.
So, monthly recap. You want to go, Lucas? I heard you
Explain
you were
what
just you're just raking in all the
I'm just
cash,
raking in
right?
all these fucking losses, G. You ready to be proud of me?
Yeah. I have no idea what he's about to say, guys. We haven't.
So as I stated in one of our first episodes, I started my trading account with $2,500, and then I made a good amount, and then I lost it back to $2,500. Then for a while throughout this month, like the first week, I was kind of hesitant to trade, so I did paper trading, did like 1 or 2 days of that week of normal trading. I made about like $200 from like $100 each of the days that I was actually trading. And then that next week, once the elections were over, I was like, I could trade now. No, fuck, I couldn't.
Why? You just cussed.
It's because I'm angry. I lost like
2K. Everything.
I lost 2K in total, but not that week.
Oh.
So now my account's like at $500. Honestly though, I kind of deserved it because I'm not gonna lie, I was like blind trading when I was making those losses. I was blind trading off of somebody that I was like watching a live stream, and like obviously live streams are delayed very like smallly, but it's enough to like have a big impact. So like I would get into a trade that he said he was getting into just for the simple fact that the guy said he was getting into it, and obviously that's not like a good strategy to have or something to be practicing because it's just not sustainable. And long story short, I got burned. Everyone says not to blind trade. I was like, I'm gonna do it anyways. Nah, I got FOMO. I got the fear of missing out because that's one of the guys that like kind of inspired me to start trading. He's bringing like 100K days, like 200K days. So I was like, if this stock's good enough for him to trade, it's good enough for me to trade. But I didn't know. I knew the strategy, but I wasn't like I was kind of honestly just listening for him to say, all right, I'm getting in, I'm getting out. And it bit me in the ass because I didn't know, like I couldn't see signs of support. I couldn't see signs of resistance. I couldn't see like where a stock was being rejected at what price point. I wasn't like looking for the signs of showing a reversal in the trend. So like something's going up and has like topping red tails or just topping green tails in general that shows like indecision at that certain price point, which is probably like, it could be, it's a good sign of like a stock's about to start changing the trend. So long story short, I broke one of the rules I had set out for myself because before that I hadn't blind traded and I was doing decent. And it bit me in the ass because I broke my rules. So I'm mad at myself for blind trading, but I'm not mad at losing the money because it was fucking deserved. I did what.
You're mad. You're pressed.
I'm pressed, G. I'm gonna bleep myself.
A lot of lessons in what you just said.
Yeah, especially I need to stop cussing. No, but like, I'm new to the game. Losing money is kind of inevitable. I just wish
I Inevitable.
I just kind of wish it would have been me actually making a mistake that I could learn from, other than just not to blind trade. Like I say, I followed the stock on my own, and I found my own supports and my own resistances. I was looking at the trend. I was looking at the catalyst for the morning. I was looking at like looking out for signs of a changing trend. And then I just like predicted the wrong move. I feel like that would have been a lot more beneficial to me than if I was just blindly following somebody. I feel like I would have been able to learn a lot more than I probably should have from making my own mistakes within trading decisions and not just blind trading decisions, if that makes sense.
So you knew that was the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
Why did you do it?
Because I got FOMO. I saw this fool bringing in bread, and I was bringing in little baby $5, $10 profits, and I was like, I need to get on that train, G.
So what are you going to do now that doesn't happen again?
I'm not going to watch him in the mornings. No, I'm just playing. Actually, this last week, I still had his stream up and everything because I like to look at his stock scanner. He has different scanners than me, and it shows like different stocks hitting a high of day. And I know that it's delayed, so I don't like rely on it too much. But like this past week, I was trading stocks on my own that he wasn't like. He had a stock on his, like, for example, just say he was trading like AMPE and I was trading like SPI. Those aren't really stocks that I really traded or that he traded, I'm sure. But like, even though I had his stream up, I didn't blind trade. I was trading my own stocks. I was making my own decisions. And even with the $500 account, one of the days I made almost $100 in profit. It was like about $80. And the next day after that, I made about $30 in profit. And then the next day after that, I kind of got screwed by the software because it lagged on me. And I got filled on a trade that I thought I canceled, and I ended up losing like $50. But I could, like I said, I could only trade 3 days out of the week because I got to wait for like cash to settle. Mm-hmm. So that week I did, well, I could have done good if I didn't get booty tickled by the software.
Yeah. So another lesson that you mentioned was rules.
Yeah.
You had a rule for yourself and you broke it. Which rule was that?
The blind trading one.
Oh, okay.
Like one of my rules is just not blind trade, make decisions on your own. And I didn't. And honestly, the first week after the election when I did do that, I was also waking up later than I should have. So I wasn't able to fully prepare myself before the market in terms of like doing my own scanning for my own stocks, reading the catalyst for each stocks, doing my own just due diligence on each stock chart, and trying to make my own predictions on each stock chart. I was waking up like at 6 a.m., which is still early in terms of like what most people would wake up. But for like stock trading, when the market opens in 30 minutes, you don't have enough time to actually look through all the stocks that have gapped up, that are on your gap up scanner, and actually look through each chart and break down in depth like the resistance levels, support levels, and forming opinions on what you think it might do based on what it did the previous days and just what it has done throughout history.
Mm-hmm. So you started off bad because you woke up late.
Yep.
And then was there something else that you fell off on in between that time and then when you made the decision to blind trade?
In terms of like waking
because
up?
I'm bringing that up because in one of our recent episodes we talked about momentum, and we talked about how making the right decisions early on not only makes it easier to make the harder decisions or the right decisions again, but it gives you the confidence to do so. If you wake up early, then that, like, let's say you wake up at whatever time. Usually, don't you usually wake up at 5?
5, yeah.
So doesn't that give you the confidence that to take on the other harder challenges throughout your day?
Yeah, it's a easy win throughout the day. Like it's easy, but for some people it's hard because like they'd rather choose sleep over waking up early.
Yeah, it's extremely hard. Like especially when you're in,
especially when it's cold now in the mornings and you're under a blanket.
Yeah,
gee.
I just made a TikTok video about it. You guys go follow my TikTok at I am Bailey Contreras. But
you still need to make all your social medias the same thing.
I know. I think I just have to change my YouTube.
Well, you could leave that at Bailey. Just your name.
Yeah.
because
Yeah, other than that, they're all pretty much the same. My TikTok, I had like a little epiphany while running.
is that
I
the
was
devil one?
yeah, I was talking about how
Run
Well,
that foos fade.
yeah, how I need to run that food fade. Um, I was talking about how, we always talk about how God speaks to us in secret. He speaks to us in his own way, or he sends us signs, or you look at the time and it's 11:11 and you're like, oh my God, God's speaking to me.
Let me make a wish.
Yeah. But we never talk about how the devil talks to us. We acknowledge that the devil is in our life, but we never acknowledge how he's there. Maybe he's there and the negative things, and if anything, that's what he's associated with. You say that he's in like the negative things like lust or drugs or
Gluttony, the 7 deadly sins.
the 7 deadly sins.
It's a big
When I was
anime.
running, I thought that I honestly believe that if anything, that's another lie, maybe even curated by the devil, because you don't give up on the things that really matter to you with things that obvious. For example, it wasn't that obvious to you when you made the decision to maybe sleep in a little bit, or let's say in another example, you're in your bed, you're comfy, the blankets are warm. When you first wake up, your body is still in sleep mode. So like, it's in any position you're in. Is it just me, or it's like, wow, I've never felt this comfortable ever,
Never.
and I'm supposed to get up right now? Do you feel that too, or is it just me?
I feel that too. But I kind of
Like I'll be in a weird ass position. Like
In a
I'll be like
handstand.
this. Yeah, I'll wake up in a handstand and I'll be like, yo,
There's some different
this
level
is
of
max.
comfort.
This
You
position
just
is
cussed too.
yeah, you already
I
effed it up,
know.
homie. Like, yo,
Already
this
fucked
position
it
is
up.
constructed alternatively, homie. This position's built different. So my hypothesis is the devil doesn't hide in obvious evil substances or choices. The devil hides in the easiest ones. The devil hides within comfort. The devil hides in that one split nanosecond that goes on in your head when you make the decision to go for what's comfortable, what has less risk, instead of taking that extra step, pushing forward. Because if you push forward, if you go ahead and make that hard decision, the right decision, that's going to end up leading to another chains of future decisions of you becoming better, of you becoming the person that you were built different, built to be. And that is the version that God, whether you believe in this or not, that's the best version of yourself. Whether you believe that that's what God built you to be, or whether you believe that that's what you were meant to be, those decisions going for comfort instead, that's what's going to take you away from it. So I think that applies 100% to what you were, like you said, you felt weak, right?
Yeah.
You felt
Because
weak
and-
ass motherfucker. I'm just kidding.
looked at
Wait
my-
till I get to my part. Jesus.
and so that first day, what messed up my sleep, I think, is I kind of got distracted playing with some dudes in the Discord chat that I'm in. I think we were playing like Among Us or something, and it went way later than I should have, and I think I ended up staying till like 1 or 2 a.m. So obviously, if you go to sleep at 1 or 2 a.m., you're only gonna get like 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep, and I'm out here trying to get these gains, baby. That's not enough. So I woke up like at 6, and I got like 4 or 5,
Right.
and then I would take a nap after, and then that nap that I had throughout the middle of the day threw me off, and I wasn't tired at the time I should have been tired the next night.
Yeah.
And then, so I kind of battled with that for a little bit, and then one time I was like, all right, I'm just not gonna take this nap. So I didn't take the nap, and then I got my sleep schedule back on track, and then that's when I stopped blind trading and I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. But recently, I found myself, I almost messed up, but the other day, you know how I've been working out at Jay's house?
Yeah.
We've been going at night. I took pre-workout.
At night?
Yeah. And I noticed I was just sitting in my chair at 3 a.m. like, why aren't I tired yet?
And then it hit you?
Yeah. Nah, like, because I took the
No,
melatonin.
I meant, and then it hit you that you took the pre-workout.
Yeah, because I forgot, and I wasn't like looking at the time. I was like, "What time is it?" And it was like 3 a.m. I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" I said "frick," by the way.
Yeah, sure you did.
But because I also took like the melatonin gummies that I have. I took 3 of them, and you're only supposed to take 2. So I was hoping it would hit me, and I just went on Twitch to like kind of kill time and wait for it to hit me. And then I realized like I was sitting there I was there for a cool little minute, and I looked at the time, and it was like 1:30. I was like, oh my god. So then I tried to lay down, lights off, phone over here as usual, and I laid there for a while, and I felt like I went to sleep. I felt like I didn't, and then I had to get up to pee, so I went to go pee. I checked the time, and it was like 3 a.m.
Dang.
Tough scene. But then the next day, I was like, you know what? It's 3 a.m. I'm waking up at 5, and you're getting 2 hours of sleep tonight.
So you talked about the mistake you made. You know, it sounds like it was the chain of events started by that one decision that you made to choose comfort over what sucked, but what would have given you results, right?
Yeah.
And then we also talked. So we talked about what it was, that the decision, followed by other little micro decisions that end up turning into that one big bad week or month, possibly, when you let it get out of hand. We talked about that. We talked about what were the lessons. You know, stick to your rules. Be more disciplined with the things that you know that are small but may have a bigger effect later. So what's your game plan for December? So that doesn't happen again, but so you could actually, you know, rake in some
moolah, Monet. Gotta get that Monet.
I was gonna say that. Get that Monet. Shout out Kong.
Well, I mean, as I'm pretty sure you've noticed, not just throughout this little recap, but
That we
throughout
looking
my
big?
entire life.
Oh.
We're massive now,
We're looking
so we need
massive.
more
We
sleep.
started on creatine. Right?
No, but sleep has always, like, if I mess up my sleep, then I tend to mess up on a lot of other things. So focusing on that, not taking pre-workout at 8 p.m. at night, not staying up playing Among Us, and just like really focusing on getting a schedule going for sleep. Because even when I was waking up when I do wake up at 5 a.m., I'm not going to sleep all like at the same time every night. You know, sometimes I'll be going to bed at like 9:30 because I'm super tired. Sometimes I'll go to sleep like at midnight and then only get 5 hours of sleep that night. But sometimes for me, like, I don't know, it's weird. Like 5 hours is enough for me. I'll feel fine the next day. But everyone always says like getting a consistent time to go to sleep is arguably like more important than having a consistent time to wake up, because eventually your body's just gonna get into that rhythm. Like, okay, it's 10:30 or whatever time you want to go to sleep. It's 10:30. Now we're gonna start producing melatonin. Maybe I'm tired still.
Melatonin. If it is
Melatonin.
what you want, Mr. Shelby.
If it's water you want, Mr. Shelby, it is water you shall get.
You did that perfect, bro. Stop it.
Arthur, stop it.
Arthur.
Stop it. I'm a good man now. I'm a good man, Tommy.
Arthur, there is no fucking number 5.
What? What part's that from?
When Arthur's like, what's number 5, Tom? On the last episode we saw together, because he's talking about Linda, he's like, I'm sinking here, Tom. And remember Tom?
Oh, yeah. I'm sinking here, Tom. All right, so like having a consistent time to wake up and go to bed just helps you get into like a routine, and routines help build momentum, which is something me and Bailey are huge advocates about. So this is apple juice too, by the way. Mine's whiskey because I'm 21. I don't know if he can relate.
Spicy apple juice.
But yeah, just trying to build a routine so that I could get back onto the momentum train. Choo choo.
Yeah, 100%.
If it's momentum you want, Mr. Lucas, it is momentum you shall get.
That's so funny. Anything else you want to add before I talk about mine?
I just want to say that I've been lifting weights and I am extremely happy.
Because the creatine, huh? Oh, because you're
No,
back
I
lifting
just
weights?
actually like lifting weights. Oh, I do want to say this has nothing to do with like business or anything. It's more about fitness. I have only been working out seriously for like, what we went like July last year. June.
Well, I mean, you've always worked out seriously. It's just
with
you've
weights,
had you've had your seasons where you would stop and start and like
yeah,
get
like,
back
but I
in.
mean, like, I've been consistent without stopping. The only
Oh,
reason
okay.
why I even stopped this time was because of COVID. But even then, I went to like my neighbor's house.
Uh-huh.
But even after that, from like July till basically about now, I haven't had weights and just been doing like cardio, jump rope, stuff like that. But this isn't a lot of weight, but I was still able to hit 225 on bench, and I'm happy about that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, my max was only ever 245, 255,
Huh.
and I was, after months of not lifting weights, still being able to hit 225. I felt like The Rock, G.
Yeah, I'm super happy. I just
I just wanted to add that.
I just hopped on creatine, and I sent a video to Jacob telling him about this. Like, I genuinely think I'm in the best physical shape that I've ever been right now. Like,
Creatine got you geeking or what?
no, well, I've just been on it for a week. Maybe because so.
'Cause you take
Okay, guys, so don't
150 grams a
day. Like, might as well take steroids now, huh?
Basically injecting tretinoin. I don't have a tablespoon, so I'll just. It's not even a tablespoon. It's supposed to be a teaspoon.
Yo, don't judge me. It gets worse than that. Let me
You
explain.
start snorting it? How can it get worse?
No, trust me, you're gonna start laughing.
Melting it on your spoon and injecting it.
So, I could have sworn when I first got my creatine monohydrate that I had a scooper in it. I stopped taking it for a while because I was scared of the hair loss thing, and then I actually learned about it and implemented some stuff that would make sure that wouldn't happen. So I hopped on creatine just for the peace of mind. And so
I've noticed I'm going bald because of creatine, Loki.
a week ago, I started taking the monohydrate again, and I opened the tub, and I saw that there wasn't the scooper in there, and I was looking everywhere, and I couldn't find it, and so. And I know I'm only supposed to take 5 milligrams, but I also know on the first week it's okay to load up so your body could absorb
I've also
that much
heard,
creatine.
like, I've heard people say that's true. I've heard people say it's a myth. I don't know what to believe.
Well, I don't think people say it's a myth. I think they say that you could experience heavier side effects when you do that, so it's kind of not worth it. It's up to you. But
Just go bald after the first day.
no, not side effects about that. If anything, there's more evidence
Start
that
loading up or what?
there's more evidence that
Just get a normal
proves
spoon like you and eat
There's-
it like it's cereal.
there's more evidence that proves that the increase in DHT from creatine is not involved with the DHT hormone that's involved in hair loss.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why there's like two. So basically, what they say is if it's in your family and you're worried about it, just like do your research and take some preventative actions.
I'm worried about it.
You're fine, bitch. So, long story short, there is no scooper in my tub. And so I just got my scooper from my protein tub.
You're lying.
I'm not lying, bro.
Bro, hold on. Keep talking to them. I'll be back. I'm going to show them what you should be taking versus what you should
Oh, dude, for real, because I need to see it. I've never seen it before. They're about to see my reaction. All right, guys. So I was using the protein scooper, but I wasn't using the whole scoop of protein. Like I know that I thought I had the creatine scooper. If I did, I could have sworn it was small, which he's probably about to bring out a small ass spoonful. So I would use like probably, let's pretend this is the protein scooper. I would probably fill it up to creatine like maybe right here.
You're fucking lying.
Even that's a lot? Yo, no wonder I've been big, bro.
Hold on, guys.
I still haven't seen it, guys. His back is towards me right now. So,
Is this like your protein scooper?
maybe like it stops like the half.
Okay, so there's like a line. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah. Oh no, they can't see it. Well, where the handle is, that's like where the handle starts. That's like where my whole scooper is for my protein. So I would put the creatine up to like right here. I haven't even seen it yet. This guy's back starts. All right, now let me see what I'm supposed to be taking. Yo, shut up! You're lying.
This is a teaspoon. Hold on, I'm gonna go.
Yo, no wonder I had a rash on my face, bro. I started. I thought it was from something else I started taking that I got a little rash on my face and my skin's been super dry. I don't know if those are side effects. I'm gonna look it up. So now I know, and so
Okay, I lied. We'll take 2 of these.
2 of that is 5 milligrams.
It's 5 grams.
Yeah, two of those is 5 grams.
Yeah, because this is half a teaspoon.
Oh, so a full teaspoon.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. See that? Why don't they just come with their own scoopers?
Is this the same one you have?
That's the one I had. I just went and bought another one because I finished it because I was taking so
You
much.
were eating it all in one fucking serving?
Yeah. So I had to go get another one after a week of using it. But it was already a little bit when I got back on it. It was already a little bit.
There's no way you were taking that much.
Well, that was only for the first week, so.
You're gonna go to the doctors and be like, this fool's made of creatine. Body fat percentage is gonna say like 75% creatine.
My blood is gonna be like lean meat.
You're probably taking like 50 grams a day.
Oh shit. I could have sworn I had a scooper that looked like my normal protein scooper, bro.
It's not supposed to.
You know what? I was gonna snap you too. I was gonna say, yo, send me a picture of like your dosage for creatine, and I was gonna look it up too. But I always take it at night, so I'm tired, and you know my capability of making better decisions at night are very much decreased. So that's how that happened.
I'm just gonna take the whole jar and see what happens.
I'll just take a fucking small scoop of using my.
So
my
how much were
protein
you filling
scooper.
it up to? I didn't see when you were like
So
giving them the example.
do you still have your scooper out from the
Oh,
protein
no, I
jar?
put it back in.
So like pretend this was it. It would like because I knew I was
like
supposed
where
to
we
take a
filled
little
up the
bit.
drink to, basically.
Or sometimes a little more than that.
Are you serious,
Yeah.
bro?
Bro, I thought I was like that.
That's like how much sugar is in a can of Coke.
That's that's like maybe like 2.
No,
That's like
it's
10
not.
10 grams maybe.
no. I'll
You think it's
you
more
can-
than 10 grams?
I'll pour you 10 grams out right now because I haven't taken mine today, and then we'll see.
All right.
Should I have to go get another cup, or should we just do it after? Do they really care?
Yeah, we could do it after. I don't think they care.
You guys
I
like-
think right now they just think I'm a jackass. Well, don't be surprised when I'm big as fuck. And on the next podcast, I'm bald.
And then it'll be like The Rock and Vin Diesel, and it's like Fast and Furious all over again.
True. That's so funny. But how did we start talking about that?
Because I hit 225 on bench still.
Oh yeah. So I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. Now now it's like I wonder why.
You gotta tell.
Basically just like multiplied his testosterone by like 100.
You gotta FaceTime Jacob and just like I want to see his reaction to what you.
Yeah, that's
I want to see his reaction to how much you were taking, bro.
Oh, bro, that would be hilarious. He's gonna think I'm an idiot. Oh God.
Like,
Shout
no
out
wonder
Jacob,
why
I
he's
love
so
you, dog.
scared of hair loss. He takes his whole tub.
Oh shit. That is
Oh,
hilarious.
man.
But anyway, so
Your
yeah,
monthly recap.
what I was telling yeah, technically that is a monthly recap of our fitness
Yeah.
life too. So I've been super excited that I hopped on creatine because it's always been something I wanted to do, and obviously I want to stay natty for the rest of my life, and that's like one way to
50 grams of creatine. Is it
that's
natty?
not natty. Obviously that's like something that'll help you hit your potential as a natty.
You taste a smoother note, like a sweeter note from that?
Bro, I said in the beginning, I was like, it has a sweetness at the end, and you're like, shut
I
up.
kind of taste like a smoky. Maybe it's just from the barrel.
Yeah. Well, again, when you leave it out for a little bit, it kind of gets a little more zing.
Yeah, that apple juice do go crazy though.
The apple juice goes crazy. Well, yeah. So hopped on creatine. I knew it was gonna give me a little tiny boost, as creatine does. So I was like, why not get a bigger boost? Why not just take 5 times what I'm supposed to take? I'm just kidding.
Why not just go through 3? Well, I just take a tub a day.
Why not? Why not just dilute it and then inject it into my ass?
Just inject it straight into your nuts for like
Yeah.
instant,
Instant growth.
results.
Yeah. So I sent me and Jacob were talking about our progress, and I told Jacob that right now I feel like I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. Like I'm bigger and I'm fuller, and I'm lean still from my
Have you
cut.
weighed yourself since you've been taking it?
Yeah.
Are you holding like 10 pounds of water weight right
I
now?
probably am. But that's the thing too. Like my face didn't even get pudgy. Like typically people say, "Oh, I made my face bloaty."
It mostly like
bloated.
stores more water weight into your muscles. That will make them look fuller and
Yeah.
helps you get the like extra energy out of your muscles.
Yeah. But
I've put on some water weight from it.
yeah. So, but I told the point is I told Jacob that I've been saying that consistently for a while, even like for a while before creatine. During the quarantine, even I was noticing that I was getting in better and better shape, and week after week I was like, I think this is the best shape I've ever been in, that's the way it's supposed to be. It's a progress game. It's a marathon. So, yeah, that was it. And then so since I hopped on creatine, I noticed. At first, I thought it was just in my head where I was like, yo, I'm looking kind of big. But now I guess it wasn't just in my head. I look full as fuck.
You're just going to keep up with that dosage?
No, I'm not trying to. I'm going to wake up. My biceps going to like have a face. And
Your biceps is going to be all the way down to your wrist.
Yeah.
It's a giant muscle.
Oh, my God, dude. That's hilarious.
You're going to be like
dude, I don't even think they care about hearing about the business
You're
side.
going to be like Stewie when he took the steroids. Did you see that episode?
Yeah.
You're going to stop taking
He's
that
all
much
big.
creatine and you're going to
Or-
get on the flab.
Bro. Or in SpongeBob when they.
His fake arms.
Yeah.
It's basically what you're doing.
Jesus.
God, man, that's hilarious.
I'm never gonna look at my protein scoopers the same.
You
I'm
dece-
traumatized.
you deceived me.
Yeah. All right, guys. So about business. Kind of similar to you. Like you said that you had some funds and you had about. Did you say? Oh, you said 2,500, huh?
I had about 2,500, yeah.
Yeah. So a few months ago on the last monthly recap that we shot, I had 4,500 in marketing spend to deploy in my real estate wholesaling business. My mistake there was that I got contracts. I got a lot of contracts. I had a cold caller from the Philippines. I got contracts. I got them signed, like 3 or 4. I couldn't sell any of them. Well, actually, 2 of them I'm still following up on and looking for a buyer. But it was so hard to do it because I invested in data in the wrong market. So huge lesson there. And I did exactly what you did. I everybody said go to these markets, and I did. And I didn't look at any of the I didn't look at any population. I didn't look at any of the market values. I just said, oh, this is like this house is in this city that this person said they buy in. So I'm just gonna get all this data and all this niche data in this city, and didn't work. Surprise. So they probably think I'm terrible at following directions. But that was my huge lesson a few months ago. So after that, Andy Frisella says this. It's typically not the people that start off with a lot of money that become the best business people. It's the people that start off with a little bit, because then you learn to, maneuver and work with what you got and, grow yourself, get those skills that overcome your lack of resources. So I sat down and I said, how can I do that thing? And my skills are sales, closing, and communication over the phone. So I thought the perfect thing for me to do would be to train others, stick to what I'm good at, build, at least in this phase, build around that. So I started bringing on commission-based cold callers to bring in leads. And then when they brought in those leads, I would call those leads and close them. So far, it's been going great. It's just not, it's not the easiest thing to keep commission-based cold callers, especially in real estate, because it takes so much volume for just one lead. It's not the easiest thing to keep them motivated. So the hardest part about that is people retention. I've been doing that for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months, Right now, I have about 4 people that are consistent with me, which is awesome. Now the problem is um, br- increasing the marketing spend however I can to keep feeding them data. And another problem I had a few weeks ago, huge problem this month, was that our actual dialer started messing up. So without the dialer, they couldn't make any calls. I had no more leads to follow up on, other than the old leads, and a lot of them, a lot of them, I just they just didn't go through. In this business, you need to constantly be talking to more people. You need to constantly be bringing in new leads. In sales in general, probably even what you're doing, you can't just keep focusing and hoping that one thing goes through, because chances are, if you're really hoping for that thing to go through in business, it's probably not. And if you don't have something else ready for you on the other side for you to take advantage of and profit off of, then you're dead in the water. So we actually I just fixed that problem yesterday. I was like, you know what? F this. They stopped replying to my emails. And so I called a bunch of numbers to get a hold of somebody. Finally, I did. They fixed it. I'm getting a refund for that month on the services. And this morning, I had a Zoom call with my agents, and I got all of them to fix the issues on their computers. It had something to do with them having Windows. And yeah, so now we're back in biz. So now the game plan from here on out is to stick to the plan, make a plan that's going to make sense based on what you know, execute it as best as you can. And along the line, the plan is going to change. Your discipline is going to change. It's supposed to change for the better. The goal, if anything, the goal should get bigger, and you should only get closer and closer to your goal, and you're going to learn how to do that as you progress. But I would say that my mistake over this month was not prioritizing, because I sent the company a bunch of emails, and I barely, for like almost maybe a week or two, and I barely called them yesterday. So my priorities were definitely not in order. If they were, then I would have called them the second I saw that something was wrong. So a lot of time passed by, a time that could have ended up in another deal before the end of this year. And that didn't happen because I didn't prioritize. I could have even skipped a workout just to do that. But again, I'm just big as fuck right now, so why would I do that? Just kidding.
So when you said you weren't prioritizing it, was there something else you were prioritizing over it?
Yeah, so I also have but I don't think they do because we didn't post that one, but I also have a part-time sales position for another successful company in real estate. So not that I prioritize that one, but that's where I got my first huge influx of marketing spend. So my plan was to do that again with them. And then once I get that, just put it back into the business with now my lessons that I knew and learned the hard way, because I didn't do my due diligence in the first place. So that, and I honestly just thought that it was going to fix itself. I did not take intentionally massive action. And I should have, even after the first few days, first week, whatever. All I did was I looked on their website and I looked at what number to call, and I went through a few numbers to get to them, and it took I was like on hold for 15 minutes, but even then, there's no excuse. So, it's not even that my schedule was exactly the same. I just didn't think that I had to do that. I thought it was going to fix itself, but now I know something's wrong, to really analyze what is the downside if this does not fix itself. The downside with that, if that didn't fix itself, was that I would have went weeks or even longer without any calls being going out, meaning other people are getting to that data that I paid for before me. And maybe even my salespeople are getting tired of waiting on the data to come back, the dialer to start working again. And me too, when you're stuck somewhere and you feel like there's nowhere to go, when your back's up against the wall but you're starving, sometimes in that case it's hard to make the right decisions. So now that's a big lesson that I learned for the future.
It looks weird. Sorry.
Yeah. So massive action with the
use.
problem, and never take a supplement without showing Lucas how much you're taking.
Yeah. They call me Master Sups in the
Grandmaster
streets.
Steps.
Anything else?
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. Just been consistent with making those calls for the other company. I've been thinking about leaving them just because it's been so long since I got that other deal with them. It's like, and they're also
You have 2.
they
with them,
are
right? You've done 2 with them.
yeah, they are awful at communicating with their salespeople. So, well, I guess there's a lesson there. So, this other company that I work with, guys, they are awful with communicating with me. I'll give you an example. So, the last deal that I got with them, this guy is supposed to be in contact with me, who isn't. I said, hey, I would reach out to him weekly. I said, hey, you said the deal was supposed to close. Has it closed yet? He said, no, I'll let you know. No, I'll let you know. And then when I hit him up again, so obviously he's making it sound like I'm bothering him. He's like, no, I'll let you know. So I said, okay, I'll give him some time. I gave him 2 weeks. Didn't hit me up. And I was like, hey, did it close yet? And then he said, oh, yeah, it closed last week. And I said, okay, awesome. And so he said, here, reach out to one of the owners of the company so they could pay you. I did. I reached out to one of the owners of the company. And he said, oh, okay, tell the manager, which is the guy I was in contact with that was terrible at communicating with me. Okay, go talk to him so he could pay you. So literally both of them told me to F off and go talk to the other one. The company that I'm putting all this time for, commission based, I will add. And also I'm one of their highest performing as far as bringing in leads for the number of calls that I make for them. I'm one of the highest performers in their entire company, and they're a 7-figure company. And so I told him that, and he's like, okay, hold on, let me give him a call. And so it turns out another owner ended up paying me, but it took forever. And then when I was talking to the owner, he said, really? We'd usually pay you out once we get paid for the deal. Are you sure it closed? And I said, that's what he said. Sure enough, I was right. They weren't on top of it for some reason. I didn't get paid for it, even though I'm probably following up more than any of the other people there. It bothered me a lot. But the lesson in that is, even though you can experience something really annoying like that, you can always take something positive out of it. Right now, I'm training my own salespeople, and now I know when you have a quality salesperson on your team, I know the kind of shit that they hate. I know that they don't like to be missing out on that information. They want to be updated on the progress of their work. They want to know that their work is actually going somewhere. They don't want to just wait months for you to be like, oh, hey, by the way, something closed a few weeks ago. We forgot to pay you. Here's your cash. So there's always something that you could take out of something as negative, even as this.
And the company he's talking about is. I'm joking.
So yeah, that's why I've been thinking about leaving them, because I should have, based on the numbers that I have, I should have had another deal by now, but I haven't. So, but at this time, with my other part-time that I have, after the holiday season, that's when they kind of cut back on scheduling hours. So I know I'm going to go through a slight drought after the holiday season. So, and also after the holiday season, that's one of the best seasons for real estate, because people take the holiday season off to focus on holiday, and then they go back to handle their business, selling their property. So I'm probably just going to stay the course.
Get that bread.
So I've been taking a lot of creatine.
I thought we were just going to leave it right there, and that would be the end.
Oh.
End. That awkwardness.
So I've been taking a lot of creatine.
Not that much. All right, guys. Follow me on all social medias at Lucas Wavy.
All social medias, like what? TikTok, YouTube,
Instagram, MySpace,
Get out of
AOL
here.
Messenger,
OnlyFans,
Meet Me, The Hub,
Bumble,
Tinder, Grindr.
thanks for listening, guys. Follow me at I am Bailey Contreras at Instagram. Oh, it's my Snapchat. That's a totally different name.
Do you want them to add you on Snapchat?
I don't know. I probably won't have them back, but that was
Follow
kind of
him on all
arrogant. That was
social
kind of
medias.
arrogant to say, huh? Yeah, I
not
will.
gonna
I will
follow
follow
you
you guys
motherfuckers
back. I'm
back.
just kidding. But I just gotta change the name because it's my middle school. I'll tell you what it is. It's
Grinch
Grinch knows. It's Grinch _ knows with I think 2 Z's at the end.
How'd you even come up with that?
One of my nicknames for like a week was the Grinch, and I thought it was dope.
Why? Because you're grumpy in middle school or what?
I don't know. This girl, it was just she liked me, so I don't know. I thought it was cool. Anyway, I am Bailey Contreras on everything. YouTube, find me at I think Bailey Contreras. You could find me. I post some real estate sales content there. And also Lucas is gonna absolutely flood his channel with content about day trading and about his progress on his fight against the devil with all of our war against the devil. You versus you all day, baby.